Good morning. I'm going to change out this Goodman 1.5 tons. It's the whole system. I'm going to change the air handler and the condenser. Pretty good sized house. It's a 2-story, but the second story is just one room. It's one big wide open room. It really could have done a mini split, but you know, when they built the house, that's not what they put. So we're just going to go. We're going to go back this way, and I'm actually going back with a Goodman. This is a lady that has money, but doesn't want anything fancy. I tried to, I told her about training, gave her the price between Train and Goodman, and she, it's not that she doesn't have the money for the Train, she's just tight, and she told me she don't really care what brand it is as long as it cools. So that's why she went with the Goodman. I changed this one out last year, and as you can see, it's a Arco Air, ICP, and I gave her a choice between that and Hvac back then, and she went with the ICP because the price was better. It just kicked on, so I'm about to go ahead and pump it down. But we're gonna, and when I first come out here, and what it is, this unit's a leaker. It leaks really bad. It won't hold refrigerant, but for about a month or so, the evaporator's leaking, and she just decided to get rid of the whole thing. When I came out here and found that out and told her we needed to go ahead and change it out like we did this one, she said, okay, well just put that same kind you put last time. And I said, well, I don't sell that kind no more. She said, well, what do you sell? And that's when I told her about Train, and she said, what else do you sell? And I said, well, now I'm selling, because she said last time you gave me 2 choices, so I gave her 2 choices again. She goes, give me the cheaper one. Like I said, it's not that she doesn't have the money, that's why she's got money, because she's tight with it. But anyway, okay, I'll shoot what I can. The weather's not too bad today, even though I'm starting late. I got up early today. I got up at 5:30, and I wanted to get here about 6:30 to knock it out. But of course, my radio station I do work for called. They had a air handler flooding the building because the drain was stopped up. So I'm just now making it over here. So let me get after it. All right, I've got the old one out. Got the new Goodman in place. 1.5 tons. It's not very often I do a 1.5 tons. Matter of fact, I can't remember the last time I've done a 1.5 tons since this one. It's been a long time. But I guess they have their place like everything else. This is one Goodman that is not powered by a Copeland scroll. This one is powered by a rotary. See that? That's a rotary compressor. So, but we're gonna get it in, and everything's going good. I got my line sets cut up. I'm gonna get my benders out and make me a bend, but first I'm gonna flush the line set. We'll run a little R11 flush through it with and then go behind it with some nitrogen, and then we'll get it brazed up. I'll get it brazed up on the indoor, and we'll put a nitrogen pressure test on it. See, and if she holds, we'll suck a good vacuum, and that should be the end of this one. This is actually Goodman's new air handler. Zach, I know you've been selling a little bit of Goodman again. I don't know if you've come across it yet. It's the ARUF. It used to be the ARPF, but now it's the ARUF. And it's actually a pretty nice looking air handler. They redid the doors a little bit, and it's multi-position. You just take the coil out, turn it, and put it back in. It's pretty nice. I was pretty impressed with it. I'll try to get a shot of the air handler. But, okay, I'm gonna get to flushing and brazing, and I'll get back to y'all. Alright, I got everything fitted up to braze. I love those benders. The ratcheting tubing bender. And the expander. If you don't have that, and you're in this line of business for a living, I highly recommend that you get it. Look at here. Look how pretty. And see, instead of a coupling, I made an expansion there and an expansion there. So I'm gonna get to brazing and get everything, get the electrical hooked up, and get it in a vacuum. Alright guys, I'm hooking up the high voltage and I just wanted to share something with y'all real quick. I got to restrip this wire, and I still, I have these, your basic strippers. You put them on there and then you pull and it'll strip it. Well, I've got these. I'm sure some of y'all, most of y'all have seen these, but I like them. These are the automatic strippers, and I figured I'd demonstrate how these things work for y'all. This is some number 10 wire. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to put, see if the camera will focus. Come on. There we go. See that number 10? Put it right there in that hole. Sorry, I only got one hand. It's not this hard, it's just I only got one hand. And then, and there you, and you get a perfect strip every time. Now, I know it doesn't look that great, but it's kind of hard for me to do with one hand. Normally I hold it right here, and then, but it's a perfect strip every time. So I figured I'd demonstrate that for y'all. It's made by Klein. Alright y'all, see the black wire did perfect, but that's because I was able to hold it with this hand and then work the stripper. The reason this one was so short when I did it for y'all is because I couldn't hold the wire. It was just all flopping around. But if you put one hand right here and put them strippers on there, it'll give you a perfect strip every time. I just thought that was a neat tool. Alright y'all. Okay, job's all done. Here's the Goodman air handler. Very easy install. Nice big attic. There's the remaining Goodman. That's the ICP I put in last year. You got your plenum with your flex going up. Flex return going to the box over there. Very simple. This is the new Goodman air handler. The light's not that great, guys, but it's you see the new drain fitting there. And I should have got a video on the light when I had it outside, but there's my drain with trap. But not a bad little unit. Not a bad little unit at all. I'm gonna get my wet bulb reading and see what the target superheat is. This is a fixed orifice, a piston, whatever you want to call it. And get my wet bulb and dry bulb and see what the target superheat is, and get this thing charged up and get out of here, because I've got some other services to go on. Alright guys, another one bites the dust. The Goodman is up and running and cooling well. Target superheat was 33. I brought it down to 30. I believe on 410A you've got a variance of 3 degrees, not 5 like on R22. So that's what the line set came out to look like. And another one bites the dust, and the Goodman is good to go.